Exciting news for the F128 program, particularly if you're Swedish. That's because Saab has signed a contract with TKMS to deliver and integrate combat systems, composite structures and sensors onto 4 of the German Navy's new MEKO A-200, designated as the A-200 DEU. We explore all the latest news on this frigate program for today's video. Well, per a Saab press release, the value of the order is approximately 8.7 billion Swedish krona, equivalent to about 788 million euros, and deliveries from Saab to TKMS will take place between 2029 and 2032. The contract also includes an option for integrating and equipping additional frigates. At this point in time, the German government has cleared the purchase of 4, and so it makes sense for Saab to be contracted only for these 4 ships. It's widely understood that the total order will be 8, but things are always subject to change. Naturally, the frigates will be produced in Germany and TKMS as the prime contractor. Mikael Johansson, CEO and president of Saab, had this to say about the deal. "It is with great pride that we continue to build on our long and strong relationship and commitment to Germany and the Bundeswehr, while together with TKMS strengthening the German Navy. These deliveries will significantly enhance the Navy's anti-air, anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare capabilities." So, what specific Saab equipment will be installed on these ships? Well, the order includes the following: composite superstructures, 9 LV combat systems including the fire control system and combat management system, Sea Giraffe 4A fixed-face long-range surveillance radar, Sea Giraffe 1X lightweight multi-mission surveillance radar, as well as unspecified passive sensors. The Sea Giraffe 4A is said to have an instrumented range of up to 280 kilometers, about 151 nautical miles, for air surveillance, while the 1X provides a maximum instrumented range of up to 100 kilometers for maritime and air surveillance, designed to track fast, low-flying targets like sea-skimming missiles. And so again, this contract comes in the wake of the German Budget Committee approving funding for 4 F128 frigates. According to Naval News, the government has attached conditions to this authorization due to a 70% cost increase over initial plans. And so it makes sense that the government wants to be kept fully informed about the project's progress, requiring project managers to inform the committee immediately of any further cost increases or additional claims from contractors, as well as any delays that may arise. It's added that additional expenditures may only take place after consultation with Parliament. The Budget Committee is also reportedly stipulating that subcontractors and shipyard sites that lost their contracts due to the cancellation of the F126 project should, wherever possible, be considered by TKMS for the construction of the 4 MEKO ships. The stipulation also applies should the option for 4 additional ships be exercised. On the topic of timeline and production, an assessment is to be made as to whether parallel production of these ships would be feasible if the option for an additional 4 is exercised. The first ship is scheduled for handover in December 2029, and so the government will keep a close eye to make sure that everything goes according to plan this time around. It has been made clear that changes to performance specifications or the contract must not result in delays. As in the past, new capability requirements had repeatedly delayed shipbuilding projects, at least according to industry sources. Mission creep is another term for this phenomenon, and it is indeed quite common in the defense procurement space. Getting to the money side of this major procurement, funding of 6.3 billion euros was released for the first 4 ships. After this, exercising the option for 4 additional ships would require approximately 5.3 billion euros. It's said that the unit price of a MEKO frigate has risen by around 70% to approximately 1.57 billion euros, and this is a huge jump from the manufacturer's initial estimates. Said to be met with incomprehension in Bundestag circles upon discovery, the price discrepancy is partly because the original cost calculation was based on the procurement of 8 ships. Additionally, TKMS must procure components not originally factored in, such as strike-length VLS launchers, adding roughly 15% to the total. It said that price increases by subcontractors account for over 100 million euros, whereas additional requirements from the German Navy, such as those aimed at improving the frigate's drone defense capabilities, account for only about 80 million. The remainder of the increased cost stems from factors such as addressing obsolescence issues, support services, and costs associated with bank guarantees. And so it's good news for Saab when it comes to getting more business, but perhaps an overall painful topic for German taxpayers and those in charge of military spending. If you're one of the few people unaware of the disaster that was the F126 program and how it led to the F128 taking its place, we invite you to check out our videos on the saga. But that's it for today. Hopefully it's smooth sailing from here on out as TKMS gets to work on these ships. What do you think of Saab being chosen to provide combat systems and sensors? Let us know by leaving a comment.